Hello everybody, welcome back to Shivers and Collect, where today we're doing another Yeah.
So, today's VR is for a channel
The
that
one.
I've just nicely gotten into, but he's
The
doing a
only.
really great job. That was our pump-up song. I always do
Shinedown.
that. Shinedown, yes. We were listening to Shinedown.
Cracker
Cracker Jack
Jack.
Cards.
Oh.
He is a fairly new channel to our card community. He has 102 subscribers. He does a great job. He usually only does baseball, but he does a really, really good job of it. He needs everybody's support, so let's go. Tell him, watch a bunch of his videos, sub him up, give him lots of support like we as a card community always do. So, for his 100 subscriber giveaway, he wanted, there's Cracker Jack right there. He wanted you to do your ultimate Hall of Fame lineup. So I went through our cards. I picked out my favorite from the Hall of Fame. Yes, there's going to be a lot more that are going to pick different players, but I didn't want to. I wanted to give them something a little different. Show a few players that, one, they're my favorites. Two, because it's mostly my team. But just to give a bit of variety for a few different players to look at. So let's go back to the puck. And we will start. Zoom out just a bit here. And
gotta give me
there
the
is my
cards.
pile. You'll kind of see a theme with these for the most part. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough to do the whole team. Oh, I guess I got to zoom out just a little bit more here. So, on first base,
First up we got Frank Thomas.
Thomas only played with us for, I think, a year and a half. But his stats and everything else, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. One of my favorite players, period, even before he was on the Jays. But when we signed him, I was very happy that we did. So that he is my first baseman. On second base, we have probably, thank you, probably in my eyes, the second best positional player we've ever had on the Jays. He was a big part of getting us to the World Series and helping us win for those 2 years that we won. Yeah, so that is my second baseman. My shortstop, the Jays don't have a shortstop in the Hall of Fame. So I went with my all-time favorite shortstop. This was his 353 career homer milestone card from Dunross. Cal Ripken Jr. The Iron Man, in my eyes, probably one of the GOATs of all time, and he deserved to be on my team. On third base, we have, oh, look at that, we got another Toronto Blue Jay. Again, Paul Molitor, when we signed him for 93, we went back to and won the World Series again. He was a big part of it. He had a big veteran presence on the team. And again, he's another one that I'm doing him as a J because that's my favorite team. But he belonged in the Hall of Fame anyway from all his other accolades from all the other teams. Next up, in left field, this card was hard for me to find. He only played with us for half a season, I think 44 games. He was real. There isn't a lot of cards with Ricky Henderson in a Jays uniform, but I found one. It is a big part of my collection. What can you say about Ricky Henderson? Again, he is one of the GOATs of the game. Stolen more bases than anybody else in the history of baseball. Probably could go out there and still be stealing bases, even now. So that is my left field. My center field, my right fielder is Mr. Dave Winfield. Again, we brought him in the 92-93 season. He helped us get back and get another World Series. We appreciate that. He was one of the most polarizing players when he was with the Blue Jays. They had a slogan for all the fans, was "Win with Winfield." Anytime he got a home run, somebody would get picked and they'd win a prize. But he is, again, one of my favorite players. Loved it when he came to the Jays and played with the Jays. But he was just an all-around awesome player, and he played for a lot of teams. Next up in center field, again, didn't have a Jays card because Jays don't have a center fielder. So I picked one of the, in my eyes, one of the greatest of all time, Ken Griffey Jr. What can you say? Everybody knows him. Everybody likes him. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't like Ken Griffey Jr. He had one of probably the purest swings in baseball. And yeah, so next up I have my catcher. Again, Jays don't have a catcher. But at least I picked a Canadian team. So that was kind of what I was going for on that. Gary Carter. Rest in peace.
Oh, he died?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
he died of cancer, unfortunately. But he was one of the all-time best catchers in my eyes. Yeah. So my starting pitcher is going to be Roy Halladay. Oh, I got a better. Well, unfortunately, this is his rookie card. Not in the best of shape, but it's still a Roy Halladay rookie card. Again, rest in peace. One of the top two pitchers I'm going to say for the Jays. Unfortunately, my top Jays pitcher is not in the Hall of Fame, so I couldn't pick him. But yeah, Roy Halladay is my starter. And then I wanted a closer. We didn't have one, but another one of my favorite Blue Jays pitchers that helped us get into the World Series and win it and everything else was Jack Morris. He is another polarizing player. Was a big part of us getting to the World Series. So I had to pick him as my second. And now, hold on, I picked a DH. Now, I kind of cheated on this one because he is not in the Hall of Fame, but it is a crime that he is not in the Hall of Fame. Out of all the players, this is one that pretty much everybody says should be in the Hall of Fame.
I think I know who it is.
My favorite Blue Jay all time, Fred McGriff.
As soon as you said crime, I knew who it was.
Well, he is the crime dog. That's why it's a crime. He is, I don't know how to say it. He is probably one of the best all-around players the Jays have ever had. He could run, he could catch, he could throw, he could steal bases. He was always one of my favorite, and then when they did the McGruff, the crime dog, and everybody started calling him a crime dog, it fit just so perfectly. Very upset when they traded him. But I still followed his career, and he has always been one of my all-time favorite Jays as well as baseball players. So, yeah, that is my Hall of Fame lineup, plus an addition that should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's okay. So everybody please, whoops, I forgot to do the flippity-dippity here. We got to bring that up. And thank you, Cracker Jack Cards, for doing this giveaway. Hope you like my video response. Everybody, please go sub up to Cracker Jack Cards. Like I said, we need to show him the card community love like we show everybody else. And let's get him up as high as we can. Tell him, go sub him up and tell him Fred McGriff sent you.
The crime dog.
The crime dog. With that, I want to thank everybody for watching. And
have a fucking good day.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.